Easter 2019 was the first time I walked into middle. I suspect I wasn't the only one who's not gone to church in ages and had practically sworn off any building with a pitched roof and cross on top. You see, I grew up going to a Christian school in a small white suburb of Los Angeles. Being one of only 2 Asian girls in school, the other my cousin Winnie, meant we stood out like sore thumbs. When my grandma picked up tiny 7-year-old me from school, a group of junior high boys chased us yelling, "Ching Chong, go back to China!" and pelted us with spiky gum tree seeds. I don't know what hurt worse, the words, the scratches, or that they were attacking my grandma. It lasted for about a week until my first act of activism. I marched into the school library, pulled out the yearbook, jotted down the names of my tormentors, and walked into the principal's office. The kind man was horrified and made sure the good Christian boys in his school would never do that again. But for little 7-year-old me, racism was forever connected to Christianity. Now back to Easter 2019, and 40-something-year-old queer me walks into middle with my girlfriend. We were directed to the parish hall because the sanctuary was already full. I remember thinking, wow, this church is actually popular. Looking around, I thought, who are these people? They were all different colors, ages, shapes, and sizes, and they were rowdy and having fun, not like the stern church folks I knew. Service began, and I couldn't believe my eyes. Jesus Christ. They were performing Jesus Christ Superstar. How queer is that? Then hearing Reverend Jackie's powerful anti-hate sermon, a warm fire lit in me. Like a feeling of open arms and a voice telling me, stay with us. Stay with us. So I went to find out who us is. Less than a week later, I walked into the rehearsal room of the Jerice Johnson Gospel Choir. I was immediately swept up by John Del Cueto's passionate and inspired choir direction, Dion's brilliant command of music, and especially the camaraderie of the seemingly mismatched choir members, and somehow we all jived together in the end, like the music. With this middle family, we more than sang. We protested, we fed the homeless, we laughed and cried. When the pandemic raged through New York City, we called and Zoomed each other, ensuring no one would feel alone. And we held each other tight that December morning as we stood and watched our church burn, and we sang some more. That morning, I sobbed with pain at the loss. But there also grew within an undeniable feeling that Middle Church was not destroyed. For the church is the people standing beside me that morning of the fire. The church is the people who sing with me every week. The church is the feeling of joy when I'm surrounded by my Middle family. So 3 years after that first day I walked into Middle Church, 2 years after the beginning of the pandemic, on Easter 2022, I finally got to perform Easter with my gospel choir at East End Temple. And it was joyous.